Hello, Reckoning7, and welcome back to our combat mission Cold War head-to-head play-by-play series in All Aboard the Battle Bus, or some other nonsensical name that I'm going to give it when I finally get to posting this on interwebs. Now, last episode I spent far too long talking, so I'm going to do a much better job of keeping things trim and tidy this time. So without much ado, we are going to launch into the action. Obviously, we've just had first contact with the Russian forces on the edge of Zemden here, and the really interesting bit is going to see what happens with mainly his tanks, see where they turn up, and if we manage to take them out or if we just get annihilated. Let's see what happens. We've also got some law teams and some dragon teams kicking around. We had kill for Russian infantrymen early doors. Oh, that's an absolute fluff from the law. And that's our first M13 death. The BMP down the street. Now we do have a dragon, which I think might just have missed. We'll have some close looks at that. He's playing very fast and loose with where he's putting his vehicles. Interesting. Hey, second dragon out. Looks like that's going to be a hit. First vehicle kill to us. No, it's not true. We lost M13. Oh, my dragon team in the woods missed as well. Javelins, these are not. Oh, now his tanks getting involved. Now, I really wanted some of my AT teams to pick off a tank. I'm not sure that's happened. That was quite a fun little minute, though. Okay, oh, there's a lot to unpack there. First off, our M113 here gets taken out by I'm not sure what that's. What's it? It may have been the tank here, which we don't actually have eyes on, has killed our M113 and injured our FO in this building. Somewhat unfortunate. And I'm keen to see when the shells, or less of the shells, but the AT rounds start flying. Oh, we got a spot of a tank in the distance as well. Okay, that's more information. That's good to see. Okay, so you guys are just engaging this house. That was your order, because I thought he was going to put troops into it, which I'm not sure actually happened in the end. Looks like they've gone to this building instead. Yeah, it's just the M113 crew here that's all been taken out. That's fine. Strong use of the word fine there, but that's okay. And then is that from you? Oh, that's not a dragon. It's the first thing that's launched here is actually the lead trooper launches one of his laws at the approaching BMP and misses. Then I think our dragon guy gets just shot away. A lot of thinking. There we go. Okay, that's good. That's a good result. I don't expect these guys to necessarily last too much longer. There's another angry looking BMP sitting at the end of the street. Well, you might get a chance to reload and fire again. This will be interesting. Doesn't happen this minute. Meanwhile, we took some pretty serious casualties in this building. So unfortunately, they were concentrated on this street, and then they take a round from BMP here. Yeah, which does cause 3 deaths. That's not great. We're probably going to have to pull out of that position. And surprisingly, these guys haven't taken huge amounts of casualties, which I was expecting to have happened. Okay. So it's not terrible. So we took 3, what was that, 4, 5, 6, 7 casualties. And lost an M113. Which, to be a little bit mean, I don't particularly care about. Okay, we didn't put anyone into this house, but we have got spots of infantry setting up in this houses. Looks like automatic grenade. I need to say to him, because clearly the difficulty has not been put on elite, because I can see what information about his troops just by spotting them. Which I shouldn't really be able to do. And they've got some more vehicles at the back here. Okay. So no hits on the tanks. Now what happened? You guys, yeah. Ah, but you were just a law team, that's right. And that is quite a difficult shot you tried to take on. So they're going to be of limited use. I might get them to actually sneak around and try and get side onto this tank. But otherwise, they're just going to get chewed up by the infantry. Now this interests me, because I've got some overlooking toes that might be able to get involved. Okay, I'm not too disheartened by that. We're in a bit of a disadvantage because we've got a large part of his force on a small part of mine, which is never how you want to run things. But on the plus side, we have taken out one of his BMPs. We have taken out some of his infantry. We've not suffered too many losses ourselves yet. Now, what has happened here? Who has run away? Okay, so this M113, which was here just to deposit off some forward observers, presumably spots a tank and runs like a little girl. Or little boy. Which is, I think that's acceptable. For you to get scared and run away. No real qualms with that. You, however, why are you so far back? Okay, so you're got to position. Oh, hang on. Oh, I feel like we have missed some action here. Let's have a look. Seen the tank. Toes away. Wow. Just tanks it. I've not seen that many surviving hits from toes. That's crazy. And off he goes. And then our tow launcher gets frightened by this uber tonk that's coming towards him. And hopefully we have degraded his spawning ability, so maybe we can get in a position to have another go. And with my observer in position, I'm hopeful to drop off some ordnance on the back end of this village as well. Who else is that? Yeah, you guys say that's fine. You guys into the village? A bit iffy. I really want to put a mortar barrage at the back end here. Should have hopefully relatively good call-in times. We shall see. And there's smoke starting to dissipate. Okay. Alright, that was pretty good. Plans going forward. Like I said, I'm going to try and put in an order to drop some ordnance. To be honest, I don't think we're going to get this lines of sight yet. Well, actually, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Ideally, I'd like it a little bit closer in. Sure, let's grab us our 107mm mortars. How close can we get in here? So obviously that's going to start hitting some of my own troops. What's the call-in time? 4 minutes. 4 minutes isn't bad either. Okay, I'm going to line up. I'll probably finesse this off camera, but essentially I'm going to drop in some kind of mission around this end of town. Be the best that we can get. I may just have to pull back in this building, which is perfectly reasonable. Okay, I think this is what we're gonna go with. Let's go for heavy. We do not have much ammo. This is gonna essentially gonna use it all, isn't it? Okay, I just want to go for a short. No, let's go for a medium. And we'll go for medium and we'll confirm. And I'll pull these guys out, but I'll do those orders off. I'm also going to try and get this toe to sneak forward. I think it might be to his doom, but c'est la vie. I'm also interested to know in sightlines from you. Down to this neck of the woods. None. Why so bad? Because of that little hill. Okay, no, that's fine, that makes sense. I cannot complain at that. What about you, though? Yeah. Potential, but difficult. It's not a problem, and we know some back here, and we're getting our dragons here and here into position. Beautiful. Okay, pretty happy with that. Not going to make huge adjustments. It doesn't look like they're pushing anyone around here, but I might leave it another couple of minutes before I readjust this toe. Yeah, I'll go tweak these infantry movements off camera. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pull back slightly, probably just in behind this house with this unit. Likewise, I probably won't pull them back now. I've got 4 minutes to deal with. I might have to leave them where they are, because if we run out the house now, potentially bad things are going to happen. Although they are being protected by some smoke. Of all the times to run away, this might be it. You can get out straight away. Let's pull you back. Up into there. That M13 I think is going to stay where it is for just now. You're running away, that's fine. Get somewhere and get your head down, not a problem. And then it's just a question of what to do with this team at this minute. I mean, they're pinned, so the answer may be not a lot. So I'm probably going to hold them where they are. I think bad things are going to happen to them, and I feel bad for that. I'm going to leave you guys where you are. You do have another dragon. You are currently aiming. That could be another dead BMP, so I'll take it. They've got at least one tank platoon. You'd think there's 4 tanks. I've got 1, 2, at least 3 BMPs in here. This is probably another one somewhere. So 1, 2, that is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 BMPs, and it looks like there might be another BMP section over there. And that's probably most of his forces, to be honest, by the time I think of costs. If I can eradicate a large section of this group with some horrible mortar fire, I'll be a very happy man. Even if most of these guys get chewed up, that's, you know, less than a third of my entire forces. What a cavalier way of thinking about it. Grand. Right, I promised not to talk too long, and I've gone almost 50 minutes again, but that was quite an interesting little minute. But I think we're in good position. So yeah, hope you're enjoying it. As ever, thoughts, theories, etc. down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio.